Now, the sun's diameter is approximately 400 times larger than the moon. And the distance between the Earth and the moon is 400 times, almost exactly, the distance from the moon to the sun. And so at specific times, when the moon is in alignment, at its perigee with us, and at this right angle, we will have a total solar eclipse. Other times we have different types of eclipses. Sunlight strikes the moon from different angles, and as I do with my students at OSU, we can make the phases of the moon with Oreo cookies. A total solar eclipse only happens with a new moon. We would see a black side. So here's the time. Take your cookies out of the bag. Slowly, like when you were a child, twist them apart so one side has frosting and one side has a cookie. And when you get the frosting side, hold that in your left hand with the frosting pointed to you. With the cookie part, start behind your head with your right hand. That's a total solar eclipse. Now you can eat the cookie. And that's how it works too. The moon will come from the right and cover from the left. So there are 4 types of solar eclipses. There isn't just a total. We have total solar eclipses, which make up just under 30% of eclipses. Annular eclipses, which is where you have a pretty big ring. And this is usually when the moon is at apogee rather than perigee, farther away. And we have partial eclipses, where it doesn't cover the whole thing because of the angle. About 35% of eclipses are like that. And then last we have a hybrid, which is it starts out as one thing and can end as another. Those are a little bit more rare. And here's what the eclipse is really doing. You have the Earth and the moon, and the moon is in a situation where it's casting its shadow in 2 ways. It has the umbra, which is the dense inner shadow, which is total darkness, and then it has what's called the penumbra, which is a kind of dusky shadow that's out where it's not as directly blocking the sun itself. And during a solar eclipse, the moon passes directly between the sun and the Earth, and it casts both the umbra and the penumbra onto the surface of the Earth. And here's what it looks like from space. This is a real shadow. Those under the moon's shadow will experience a few minutes, depending anywhere from a minute to 7 minutes of darkness, depending on when the event takes place. In our case, North America, the longest part will be just about 2.5 minutes. And again, here's another one of the path of the moon's umbra. It's a series of still pictures taken from a satellite of it tracking across the Earth.